bait right there.
But what about the C10?
Oh, don't you worry. I'm still working on it first. I just ended up winning something that I didn't expect to win. So we're going to get it, okay? So I did some bidding. I did a lot of losing first. Then I did some bidding and I did some winning. Just one. And my winning bid on this thing was $3,150. $3,150 after fees. It was $4,008. Like, Copart is really divvying up on the fees now. I mean, they were bad before, and it's been a while since I got something because of all the Cadillacs. They're getting really bad now. I had to pay a $20 title pickup fee. It charged me $20 just so I could pick it up, or I could save $5 and have them ship it to me in the mail. Now, I'm not going through that headache. What if it gets lost in the mail? Yeah, that's exactly. And if I use an unsecured payment, it was over $1,000 in fees. It came up to $4,158, I believe it was. Yeah, ridiculous. But anyways, I have an undercover cop behind me, so no more videoing for a little bit. I'll get back to you later. Alright, he must not be as undercover as I thought. I've seen people passing him on the right and the left and flying by him, and he don't care. So he must have other priorities. Probably trying to watch Unwrecked. Anyways, I was going to bid on a car today, and then I won this one yesterday. I didn't even know that you had this option, but today there was a Subaru Forester, and it was a 2017, okay, so fairly new, that was a manual. It needed a little bit of quarter panel work and suspension work on the back corner. Wasn't really that bad, it was low miles, but I was just like amazed that there was a Forester that new that had a manual transmission. They must be like special order or something, I don't know. I just thought it was cool. I'm sure it went for high money, which I'm glad I didn't spend that much now because of fees. But this car is going to get pushed into the garage, and it's going to sit there until I finish a bunch of stuff on the C10, because I would like to get it finished this winter for next summer. So I'm going to be doing a lot on the C10. We got a lot of stuff to do. Anyways, I'll see you guys when I get to Copart.
Holy shit! Is that a shit box?
That's right, kiddies. This is a 2015 Honda Fit. Has a CVT trans. It is has 88,000 miles on it. Front end collision looks like it ran underneath something. Yeah, and pushed everything back to the engine, but it does not look like it hurt the engine. This thing supposedly runs and drives, but the battery's completely dead, and with it the way it is, I don't want to start it because I can see the air box is completely smashed, or the intake or whatever. The battery's right there. It looks like it survived, but it's completely dead. Yeah, we're right back against the intake manifold, but it doesn't look like it's broken. I don't know. We'll have to assess the damages once we get into things. The alternator and the belt's still on it, so that looks good. But this was a high hit, so it ran underneath something big and just pushed the whole core support back. I already priced core supports. As you can see, frame rail is right there. Right there, it hit above the frame rail. Only thing it did was bend this tab back, and there's some sheet metal right here it ripped, and that's part of the core support, I believe. So we should be able to just get away with replacing the core support and then radiator, condenser. I don't know, that headlight's not savable. I doubt it. It might be savable, honestly. I don't see any broken tabs on that. Okay, the mount around it's broken. But besides that, this fender is probably savable. The other side might be savable. The front bumper will probably get a new one, new hood, new headlight here. Probably get a new fender. A little dent in the door we gotta fix. But yeah. What looks like fairly new tires on the front. And okay tires in the back. They're not brand new, but they're not horrible yet. I think we might replace them and match the front tires, honestly. Yeah, there's some, okay, I can feel it. It's got some ribs on it from wear, which was probably from all these road trips. I don't know if they actually went to these places, but you got West Coast, Utah, California, Louisiana, California, Michigan. I don't know if they went to all these places or not, but this thing's only got 88,000 miles on it, so that's not too bad. Anyways, we'll get more into this once we hit the road, and we get home. We'll get it unloaded. I'll see if I can pull some of this damage out, get it started, and get it in the garage. The reason why I wasn't sure if I won this car was because a couple weeks beforehand, it sold at the auction for $4 grand, okay? And they either did not accept that offer or that person didn't pay. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they didn't pay now because I won it for $31.50. And I think the only reason I got it at a lower price is this auction is normally on a Monday, and Monday's a holiday, so they had an auction here Monday, and then this was a second one on a Friday, and there wasn't that many people in the auction, so I took advantage of that and did the bidding then, and it kind of worked out in my favor. And I'm kind of glad I got it cheaper because the fees, holy crap. I know I keep complaining about it, but like, where else am I going to get salvage cars like this? I don't know. I mean, yes, IAA, I can. I mean, I can, but I got to bid through a broker, which makes it even more fees. I don't have to bid through a broker here on Copart. Why? I don't know what the difference is. I can't explain it to you. I just know that's the way it is. Nice! Nice! The rebuild's gonna start right now in my neighbor's driveway. So I'm glad that we pulled it out. Now I can get a better look at it. And unfortunately, the intake manifold was compromised. But besides that, I mean, everything else, even the alternator, which you would have thought took a big hit, looks okay. The belt is even on there, surprisingly. I got everything pulled away where it's not hitting now. The fans, they're gone. Broke that tube that goes from the air box forward. So there's some parts we need to get for this, but it's still really not that bad. Bent the battery tray and everything over there. You look up at the corner of the body structure, there's nothing bent there. Over here, there's nothing bent there. So the actual body structure is fine, minus the battery tray, just because the battery got pushed back and it pulled it up. I think we can reuse the battery tray. I'm going to clean this intake manifold up and put some tape over it so it's, you know, the chunks that are broken are still attached, thankfully. So I think we should be okay to run this. Oh, I wanted to check the oil. Let's do that. Well, there is oil in the dipstick, but just barely, but that's also because the front end is jacked up in the air because it's on the car dolly here. So I think we're going to be okay to start it. They started it at Copart. It ran and drove, so I'm sure it didn't run and drive that great. Yeah, let me get something to put over that. Maybe some foil tape or something. I don't know. Something to block that from sucking extra air in and being lean.
All my buddies are doing it. That's like a 20 horsepower game right there. Keeps your IATs low.
Alright, let me hook a jump pack up to this thing and I guess we'll start it. I just looked at this. They said it runs and drives and they started it, but I'm questioning whether they really did or not. Our main fuse here is broken. It's like 1, 2, 3 of the main fuses are broken off. So I question whether they really did start this thing or not, or if when I pulled it, it pulled that apart. I don't know. I might have to, well, guess we'll see. It might be a lot of things that don't work if that's the case, but we'll see. Oh, we got power. I don't think it's gonna run. My guess is they never even started this thing. There's no way. I don't think there's any. I mean, it does crank over, but I don't know. I just don't think it's gonna start like this because I think it's cutting like the fuel pump and all kinds of stuff off. Let me try it again. This is about as primitive as it gets. Some staples holding this thing together, some solder. We're gonna try it. Hopefully I can get it on there without cracking or breaking that. Alright, we're gonna try it again. It might need some fuel. I might just have to back it off of this thing. Give her another shot. My battery jumper pack's getting low. I haven't charged that thing in months. Let me go grab a different jumper pack. Well, I just turned the key on and listened, and the fuel pump's not even running, so possible fuse, possibly broken wire. My jumper pack's not happy. So not only did they hose me on fees, they hosed me on the listing because it was listed as a runs and drives, and there is no way they ran this thing. No way. Alright, so our fuel pump fuse was fine. I just checked that. So I got a bunch of little jumper wires, and I know there's a fuse block that's causing the issue. So I'm going to jump from the main part to all of these connections, and hopefully we can get it to work. I know this looks like trash, but we're gonna try it. All right, we have power on. I just want to hear the fuel pump run. Well, we don't even have good power at the moment. All right, I just heard the pump run and everything with them jumper wires on. It works. It's not happy. Why is it not that? Why is it not happy? What's going on here? Trying to figure out if there's another break in the intake that I'm not seeing. Like maybe it broke completely. It don't seem like it. Maybe it's just because of the battery being completely dead. I'll try it again. Or maybe it's because the fuel's low. Could be a bunch of different things. It's like the throttle's cutting in and out. But I can... It's working though. That's all that matters. We got power. Trying to see if there's anything that would be preventing it from running right. And it's almost like the throttle, the electronic throttle's opening and closing.
I bought a cookie so it could help you poop. It's a chocolate chip.
I really do not
chocolate
need.
Chip cookie.
Really don't
with
need
lots
help
of fiber.
pooping.
Just take a bite. Ready? Meow. How is that?
So how soon am I gonna poop?
It's pumpkin and it has oats, chocolate chips, banana. Wasn't that yummy?
It was pretty good, but I'm scared about how soon it's gonna make me poop.
It's fiber, so you don't have diarrheas.
Oh no. Alright, I got it running enough that I think we can get it off the trailer. I believe the throttle's going up and down on this thing is because this battery is completely dead. It might even be cracked or something. I don't know. But it has no juice. So it's working off the jumper pack. I noticed the instrument cluster was all wonky. And after I got it revved up, then it started to pick up. And it actually, the throttle kind of smoothed out, but then after I let off, then it started to die again because the alternator was actually charging everything it had enough power to. So really I don't have a battery to put in place, and I do not, unfortunately. So let me get this thing unstrapped and then I will try to get it down off of the trailer. I'm gonna leave the jump pack on it. That's gonna leave it charged. The only thing is this thing's about dead as well, so you might have to use another jumper pack. So as it currently sits, I cannot find a vacuum leak anywhere. That crack that was in the intake manifold was the only compromise I could find, unless a piece of plastic got lodged in there and is making this thing run weird. What I'm gonna do now is hook the scanner up and see, because I put the Cadillac, the parts Cadillac battery, which is huge. I had to take the headlight out just so I could get it to fit in there. Threw that in here, and that's giving it enough juice to actually run. Alright, so with that good battery in there, we have good power, so I can run everything. Mosquitoes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and run a system scan on this thing since I can now, and maybe we can relearn the throttle. I don't know, or maybe it'll give me a code and tell me what is wrong with this thing idling. Stereo works. Swifties. It's showing faults for ABS, SRS, and EPS. SRS is going to be the seat belt. It didn't blow any bags, surprisingly, but it might have some faulty ones. Electronic power steering. Who knows? Could be that fuse block up there that I have all rigged up. SRS could, that or ABS traction control, that could be the same thing too. I'm gonna do a quick erase, which I don't think any of them are gonna go away. The only ones that stayed was the SRS. Oh, we got a CD with this one. Jesus Christ Superstars. Down in the comment, let me know if you guys want to hear it. Okay, this is not going to work, so I'm just going to have to gun it into the shop. I hope I don't run into the C10. This is going to be bad. If I can get it over there, I'll put it in neutral and coast it back. So we're not going all in on this just yet because I want to do stuff to this. I did order a couple things for this, but I'm only ordering the essentials at the moment. So I ordered a used intake manifold off of eBay, and then on Amazon I ordered that fuse block there. It's 20 bucks. So yeah, that's why I like these little cheap cars, because they're cheap until Copart puts their fees on them. As for the battery, we're not saving it. I was going to try to charge it, but it got smushed in the wreck. So you can see there's a wave here and a wave here. This thing got smashed. So no doubt there's probably a dead cell, probably disconnected in there somewhere. This is not an old battery. It looks fairly new. It's a replacement. And I couldn't find a date on it. I was kind of looking for a date, but oh, 10/20. So 3 years old. Ain't gonna hurt to put a battery in it. But for now, I'll roll with the Cadillac battery in it. The huge Cadillac battery. But I think that's the smartest route to go. Replace this fuse block, replace the cracked intake manifold, and then see how it runs. So the engine sounds healthy whenever it is running. You know, whenever it's revving and stuff, it sounds okay. So I don't think we're gonna have a problem. But anyways, that's gonna be the end of this video. If you're anxious to see this shitbox get fixed up, then hit that like button. Consider subscribing. Hit that dislike button if your mom wants me to put some foil tape over her crack. Yeah, we'll see you on the next episode of Unwrapped. Are crazy. You're a crazy kitty.
Beautiful.
It doesn't excuse you. He's like, all right, give me my food. He's ready. We have to feed them in separate pens because they eat each other's food. Huh. He just loves that, I can tell.
He does. He loves huggies.
No, he doesn't.
You're just a big teddy bear.
How do you feel about this, Miss Stella?
Oh, daddy pets.
Mm-hmm. Daddy gives the best pets. Huh. No comment. Why you look so angry?
He looks grumpy.
Is it because you want pets too? You want to say bye-bye? Hey.